Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining for another eye look. This is the eye look that you will see me completing today. It's very blue. It's a halo eye. I did add a little bit of glitter up on top. Keep on watching if you want to figure out and see how I accomplished this look, and enjoy. Hi guys, thanks for joining again. I'm sorry that this is now a voiceover, but right now I'm putting the Shadow Insurance on my eyelids. I did go ahead and just wash my skin and prime my face with the facial serum. I'm now going to go in and just set my eyes. I'm just putting like a nude color that matches my skin tone all over my lids. So now we're going in with our first blue shade. We're going to be building the shape for the halo eye, which is circular compared to like a wing or like a cat eye, something that's more drawn out across the eye than a circular shape. And we're just going to keep going back in with the same blue color and building up that pigment to get the shade that we are looking for. Now what we're doing is just going to do the same thing on the other eye. Make sure you're tapping off the excess powder. As you can see here, there's a lot of blue that's coming off my brush. Blue holds a lot of pigment. So make sure you are tapping that off. Otherwise, you are not going to be able to work with it as well as you think you will be. It is better to work with less on the eye and build it than to pack on a bunch, because unfortunately, unless you have eye makeup remover, you're not going to be able to remove it. I'm really kind of bummed that this video is a voiceover. I don't like it. All right, next we are going in with a flat brush. We're going into a deeper blue shade, and we're just going in the crease. This is going to help starting to shape it out just a little bit more, since we are going just a little bit darker. But you will also see, comparing the two eyes together, they are completely different colors. This is where we start moving into the part where we're going to be really loving the color that we're getting. It's more of a true blue than an actual teal or like an aqua blue. So for this eye, I just decided to go all in and use the bigger brush instead of using the thin flat brush to start putting on the darker blue shade. Now we're just kind of just building it up a little bit more, making sure that both of the eyes are symmetrical. Make sure you're cleaning up under the eye, that fallout. Making sure that I am keeping that circular shape and that it's not turning into a cat eye. So what I'm going to be doing here is I am going to be grabbing more of a pencil taped brush, and I'm just going to be going into the darker blue shade, going into the crease once more just to make sure that I'm happy with the shade, because the next step is really adding on the concealer to start the halo eye process. You're not going to be able to go back into this step once you finish. So I'm just making sure I'm happy with both eyes, that they both look the same before we go on to the halo eye. Hey guys, so I'm back. You'll see that I now have the concealer on my eyes. You'll see that the top part is a little bit higher than the sides. This is on purpose. This was not just me being sloppy. You also see my beautiful masterpiece on the back of my hand, trying out all those colors. So, ooh. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be grabbing a flat brush. That is my Morphe. Who knows what number, because this is a voiceover. And I'm going in with Jessie's Girl. This is a loose pigment that I've had since I was younger. I do have it in a couple colors, and this I thought was going to look very, very beautiful with this blue. What I'm going to be doing is packing it on the brush and spraying some MAC Fix Plus to get that pigment poppin', especially when you are using anything metallic or with shimmers. Adding a Fix Plus, water, eye drops, anything to the brush is going to help it stick a lot better and makes it a lot brighter. So now that we got the Jessie Girl shadow in the inside, what we're going to be doing is taking a small pencil brush, going into a darker blue shade. This is what we are going to be putting on the outer corner and the inner corner. That's how you really make a halo eye, is the halo portion is supposed to be right in the middle, kind of like where the highlight would be. If like the light were to hit your eye, that's where the highlight would be, is in the center of the eye. You will see me go back and forth and just pulling it out and dragging it. This is where I'm blending the darker blue shade and the teal shade together. We want them to look kind of like an ombre. You know, you want everything to fade into each other, even though you are going from dark, light to dark all over again. Now we are going to be doing the exact same thing on the other eye. I did go ahead and put on that Jessie's Girl with a MAC Fix Plus. This is going to make sure yo shit pigmented as hell. So that's what we're just doing, is doing the same process on this eye. Making sure that those eyes are symmetrical. Get it, girl, get it, girl, get it, girl. We're next going in and just washing off the excess and the fallout underneath the eyes. You'll see that it's a very blue. Before you do any foundation or concealer, you do want to make sure that you are wiping that down. You want a clean slate when you're putting on your foundation and your concealer. You do not want to be putting that over a blue shade. It's not going to work. But if you guys do have any tips of how you do your foundation first before you're doing a full colorful eye look, please let me know. I would love to know any tips or tricks that you guys have. I'm not the best at that. Usually the only time I'll do my foundation first is if I'm doing a light color on the eye, and that is very, very, very rare. Next, what I am going to be doing is just priming my skin. I am going to be using the Too Faced Coconut Water Prime and Set Spray. Clearly is making me choke, and I got it on my eyes, but hey, what else is new? Next, I am going to be taking my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I'm going to be covering all of those red marks on my skin, making sure that those are completely covered. This concealer really does a wonderful job of covering up my acne scars and any blemishes that I do currently have. I'm going to be taking my favorite beauty sponge, which is the Morphe 2-in-1. One end is just like a normal beauty sponge. The other one is actually pointed. If you guys have never tried this beauty sponge, you can get this on Morphe. I'm not affiliated with them. I just really love it. I believe it's only a couple dollars, and honestly, I love it. I love this beauty sponge so much. So now we're going in with the Tarte Shape Tape Foundation. One thing I'm going to tell you guys about this foundation, it does oxidize. So honestly, this is probably the darkest shade that I could possibly do because it does oxidize a lot. And after the fact, I felt like I kind of looked kind of orange. So just so you know, if you are going to get this foundation, please go to a lighter shade than what you think you would be, because it does oxidize. I mean, right here you can tell it does not completely match my skin tone, but believe me, I had some trouble with this foundation and I made it work. So just keep on watching because your girl made it work. Make sure you bring it down on the neck. You can definitely see now that I'm bringing it down on the neck that this shade is a little bit too dark for my skin tone. But it's alright. when you're doing your foundation, as long as you can bring it down your neck and bring it down your chest a little bit. 9 times out of 10, the clothes that you're wearing are going to cover, you know, your body. So it's going to look a little bit more natural and more of your color once you get the rest of the pieces together. We are now going to be adding on our concealer under our eyes. We're going to do a little bit and then a lot of it. Oh, we're going to be doing some tribal looking stripes. So let's get with it. Making sure the under eye is as light as can be. Blending that out. I have this little technique. I don't know if anyone else does it or if anyone else has a technique like this, but I will start at one part under my eye and then pulse it down and then pulse it down somewhere else, pulse it down or pat it down, whatever you want to call it, just to make sure that I'm not just patting in the same spot and I'm kind of spreading it a little bit down my face than just underneath my eye, especially to help with the blending of the colors and especially with the foundation color being a little bit too dark. I want to make sure that, you know, I don't look crazy. So this is the moment where I realized I was going to want another layer on my skin and I was not going to make you guys watch me do that. So I'm going to go pop that on. I'll be back. So I'm back with the second layer of foundation. You can definitely see that it has oxidized already. Looking just a little bit orange, but I'm telling you right here that I don't really like the foundation. It already started breaking up on my skin and honestly, my fingers were crossed that powder was going to fix it because I was not taking everything off and I wasn't going to let it ruin the eye look. I'm now going in with the Milani Conceal and Perfect powder. I'm honestly just packing this on and I'm really hoping that it's just going to work. Making sure that it is fully coated. You cannot see the breakup of the makeup all in the face. We don't want to see no breakup in makeup. Hell to the no. Next, I'm going in with my Mary Kay translucent powder. And I'm just going to be putting this underneath the eyes. This is how I always do it to smoke out my under eye because especially with this color, there is going to be some fallout. And I don't want that ruining the foundation. Obviously, you'll see I always am wearing this translucent powder all over my shirt. That is just what happens. I'm now going to be going in with the darker blue and I'm just going to be putting that all over the bottom lash line. We are going to smoke it out. I'm now going to be going into the Jessie's Girl color, and I am going to be putting that right in the middle, underneath my eye. Basically right where the shadow is on my top lid. If I were to close them, they'd, you know, match up. During this whole voiceover, I just keep thinking, I'm never gonna have music playing in the background again. This is not a fun video for me. I'm so sad. I gave you guys so many tips and tricks that honestly, I couldn't even tell you what I was talking to you guys about. But thank you for your patience with this video. I really do appreciate it. And if you guys like voiceovers, let me know. They're not going to be my favorite videos, but if this is what you guys would rather see instead of me blabbing the whole video, let a girl know. I want to know what you guys want to see. I'm now just going to be touching up my top lid, making sure that these shadows are exactly how I want them, making sure that MAC Fix Plus, same difference, is being put onto the brushes to make the colors more pigmented for you guys. This is honestly one of the tricks that you'll see me do in mostly all my videos if I'm using a shimmer shade. It is just your girl's fave. Ooh, checking myself out in that mirror. You caught that? I caught that shit. I see you, girl. Now that I'm satisfied with the eye look, I'm going to wipe off all of that setting powder all over my face. Getting that off of the skin completely. The next thing that I am going to be doing is my glitter liner. This is something that I got in a Tarte holiday collection. One side is more of like a shimmery. The other side is legit like glitter and sparkles. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be drawing a line right where the light blue touches the top. I'm going to do a little bit of a halo eye glitter liner. We're not going to bring it into the dark blue. We want to keep it just on that lighter blue rim. Now that we have finished both of the eyes, we are going to fan it a little bit just to dry. Honestly, I wish you guys did hear the live action of this video because I hit myself in the face so many times. Probably like 4 or 5. Just kept hitting myself. I don't get it. I'm going back in with a little bit more glitter. I did switch the sides to the brush because one of the sides that was used for the sparkles was no longer looking like a paintbrush. It was kind of frayed. So I switched over to the other side and just packing on a little bit more glitter just the way I like it. You know, diamonds are a girl's best friend. Glitter is a woman's favorite accessory. If you don't have glitter, I don't know what you're doing. Now that the glitter liner is finished, I'm just going in with the Jessie's Girls brush and just making sure that there is not glitter everywhere. We want to keep it in that small confined line. We're now going in and just kind of brushing up underneath the eyes, making sure that there isn't any blue pigment that may have fallen down during the glitter. I still can't get over how I can see all of this powder just flying around my room once I brush it off my face. That is insane. I did have a little bit of blue under my eye, and that's what I was working on trying to get off. It was like this faint blue line that was there. I'm going to be going in with my Baked Sephora bronzer. Honestly, this is hands down one of my favorite bronzers, but I can no longer find it. I bought it years ago. One of the sides was a shimmer. The other side that I still have left is more of like the contour, but I really love, for some reason, a shimmery bronzy contour. So we're just going in and just carving out them cheekbones, getting that contour on fleek. So I am going to be dipping into my Ulta Baked Bronzer. It does have some shimmer. This one also has a highlight and also a blush in there as well. I just mostly use the bronzer portion, but it is a fairly beautiful color if you swirl all three of those together. Just finishing up carving out those cheekbones. I am going to be going in and carving out the jawline, making sure everything is nice. Getting the makeup off my nose ring because, you know, no one wants to be breathing in makeup. Alright, next we're going to be going in and taking that Mary Kay translucent setting powder. We're going to be taking the Morphe sponge and we're just going to be carving out underneath our cheekbones. We're going to be baking, and per usual, you know, I wear a black shirt and it's covered in white powder. What else is new? While we are letting this set and carving out our bake, I am going to be going in with a Tarte. This is a blush, and we are going to be putting this on. This is a more of a neutral color, not too pink, not too orangey. Doing that little cheesy smile to get that on the apples of our cheeks. Now we are going to be going in with some highlights. I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Amerzy. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correct. I just love those waves of highlight. We are going to be putting that on. My go-to highlight brush is always a fan brush. I don't know why I like these brushes so much, but I really do. It's going to be putting that on. You can see that that's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful golden color. Not too summery. Definitely mixes well with the sparkles that are on the eyes. Sometimes some highlights are a very different shade than what you're putting on your eyes or the rest of your face, and they don't really go. What I'm going to be doing is I am going to be grabbing the Jaclyn Hill brush. Couldn't tell you what number this is. This is either the J01 or J02, and I am just going to be putting that on a little bit more, and we just want that highlight to be poppin'. Just remember, if you don't look like a glazed donut, you don't have on enough highlight, baby boo. Next, we are going to be going into the Aurora palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and we are going to be using that blue shade. It's just going to give us just a little bit of a pop of color, and it's just going to mesh everything together just a little bit more. So now that I'm just finishing up with the highlight and making sure that your bish is popping, I'm going to jump off camera and pop on some lashes and finish up, and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I popped on some lashes. I did go ahead and put on some white eyeliner in my waterline, and I did pop in that blue highlighter that I put on my cheeks from the Aurora palette in my inner corner. I'm going to rub off our bake. And we are going to take our setting spray, which is the Morphe. Whew. Just gonna melt everything together. I think we are gonna try to go in with this Tarte lip paint in the shade Birthday Suit. I don't know if their paint is supposed to feel minty, but it does. Alright, so this is the finished look. Let's take down our hair. I had actually a lot of fun doing this eye look. I love blues. I mean, it's very deep and it's a look. But I love the glitter accents. I feel like this look looks really good with it, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. I'm definitely gonna do another color look next. I think I'm gonna go for green. And I was gonna go for a darker green, but I think because we went with a darker blue, I think I'm going to do a lime green. So that's gonna be the next color look that you guys are gonna get. And I will see you guys in my next video. I hope you like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you guys want to see. And thank you so much for watching.